Hi guys, it's Melissa with Miller's Rustic Sawmill here in King City. I am live from our showroom shop in town, and I'm going to pull my camera a little bit closer because I feel like it's really far away. I'm going to be doing some fun painting tonight on Essential Stencil's site, and I'm going to be using something super exciting that I think everybody has been wanting and waiting for. So if you're just hopping on, say hi, and if you have not watched me on here before, tell me if you're a first-time user. Let me know where you're watching from. We always like to see where people are watching from. Hi you guys, I am starting to get better at recognizing names, so that's helpful. I see you, Trish. I see you, Trisha. Hi, you guys. I've got my camera tilted down and I don't really want to touch it very much because I'll probably knock it over. Hello, Rita. Hi, Linda. Lots of people hopping on tonight on Wednesday night to join us for some fun stenciling. I did put in the title that we're going to be using the truck stencil. So a lot of you have been asking about that, and they have been out of stock, but guess what? They have it back in. So I was super excited tonight. I had a live scheduled, and whenever I found out that they had the truck, I was just like, yes, that's gonna be perfect because I've had this project I've been wanting to do. And it's kind of a special project that I just kind of think is a fun twist on something that we all know that's really cool. The vintage truck is, you can do a lot of different things with it. But I'm going to do something different tonight, and you'll have to tell me if you've ever seen it done before, because I'm sure I'm not the first person to do it. But I just kind of want to show you that you can use these stencils in many different ways. So I like to give tips and tricks on the stenciling process while I'm doing it, but also sometimes the things that I do, I kind of try to think outside of the box a little bit and use them in other ways for different things. So somebody said they like my pigtails. Thank you. It's easy hair. It's been raining here today. I had it up, and I usually like to wear it braided, so thank you. Hi you guys, hi from all over. Hi Dana, hi Gail, you're watching from Georgia. Hi from Ohio. Hi Trisha. Awesome, thanks for joining you guys. It's Wednesday night and I know it's the middle of the week, so our kids are going back to school tomorrow morning for the first day. A lot of kids around our small town in Missouri have started already, so we have not. But oh, Deidre, you got the truck on Monday. Awesome. I did post my link too, so if you are thinking about ordering from Essential Stencil, definitely use the link and you can save 10% on your order. And I think someone just said that they love the tip of the roller. Awesome. Hi Robin. What? You can't get on? Try going out and going back in. My husband is here. He's on the computer, so he's doing a little bit of tech support for us tonight. And sometimes our computer is weird. So love the door in the back. Thank you. We run a sawmill business, so I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about that. We are Miller's Rustic Sawmill. Thank you for all the hearts. Look at all of that. Yay, awesome. Oh, Barbara, you got the truck last week too. I know that there were some people who came up to see us on Saturday, and they were looking for the truck. I think they thought I had some extras, and I don't. I only have one. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is, I see my friend Rick is on. Hi, Rick. Tell your hubby. Tell my hubby what? I picked up the last pack of cement wires from last weekend. Awesome, Renee. That was a good tip, wasn't it? You guys, I love seeing all the comments. That's what happens is I think I could just sit here and talk. And I think Hi, Danisa. You tried the roller. It didn't work for you. Oh, no. I haven't ever had any trouble with the roller. I should have face sanded my painted board a little bit before I started. You know, take that roller and try it out on some different things, and just keep practicing. I think you'll get it. It's a lot like the brushes. You gotta practice sometimes. I actually had a customer and friend of ours who I think is gonna come down sometime with the stencils she ordered, and I'm gonna help her do some stenciling so she can kind of get some tips one-on-one. Ashley, I use wood from our sawmill, and somebody asked me a really good question the other day. You know, what do I suggest or recommend if you don't have a local sawmill? Something I would tell you to check around and see if there are any sawmills around you. I also use a lot of live edge pieces, and we get to cut kind of whatever I need the guys to cut, because that's what we do all day long, is cut the wood, and then it's dried as well. So anyway, I use our wood from our mill, so I am getting ready to actually start trying to ship some of it out. I had a lot of requests after my last live on here for some people who wanted some of those small project pieces that we have, and I've recently figured out. Are you good? Got it on? Are you on? Okay.
I can't see the comments.
Oh, you can't. So I am going to start shipping out some pieces of our project wood here. So I'll show you that in just a minute. I do know that we are going to be getting to give away 3 of the truck stencils tonight. So you're going to want to stay on. How awesome is that? Essential Stencil is so gracious, and we get to pick 3 winners who are on tonight, and that is how that's going to go down tonight. Sometimes you get to pick your own. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for all the hearts. That's fantastic. But tonight we're going to actually, Essential Stencil is going to give away the, oh my, Danisa. They're going to give away the truck stencil. $100 for a 5-foot board. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, heck. Okay, can you see the comments yet?
Yeah, some of them.
Okay. Maybe lagging a little bit over there. So anyway, I am using the truck stencil tonight, you guys. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to go grab it. Sit tight for just a second. I wasn't super prepared to show this, and I just remembered. So I had done this one here in my shop. This is on a piece of what we call our project pieces, and this is walnut. So we sell these for $10. And I did the back side as well with gather. But this is kind of your traditional colors, one of the colors for the trucks. So this is the truck stencil that you're gonna get if you order the trucks. And then this, whoa, that didn't work out so well. I thought I had a hold of it, maybe. This is the pumpkin stencil that you're gonna get in the pack. So it comes with this, and then it comes with the truck stencil. So, oh Dana, I'm so excited because I won last week's stencil. Awesome. Okay, I am looking. Oh yeah, my husband is so good to hand me stuff. So this is the one that I did last week too. I made this one and it sold like crazy. So didn't take very long to sell this sign. But they are beautiful stencils. You can get creative with this. And thank you, Gina. Thank you. Essential stencils are awesome. They have definitely helped our sawmill business. Increase a lot of different revenues that and you know, options that we have to use on our wood. So this stencil is the one that comes in the truck pack. So it's the truck and the pumpkins. So it is awesome. And this is also a piece of walnut from our sawmill. So this is what we call the live edge, and these are our project pieces. So anyway, that is the wood that we have, kind of, that I do a lot of signs on. It's different than some of the other, you know, a lot of people do signs, a lot of people have, you know, the clean edge signs. We have some of those we make, but we make them. So that wood was walnut. So you have really inspired me to start stenciling as soon as I heal from carpal tunnel surgery. Oh, that's awesome. You can do it. You can do it. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the hearts and the shares and the likes. You're fantastic. I'm gonna try to get busy on this, because if you got, or you get the truck stencil, what you're gonna realize is that there's a lot of detailing on this, and you can make it as detailed as you want, or you can keep it simple. Tonight, I am actually gonna be using, let's see. If I don't get to all of your comments, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to answer as we go, but I'm trying to stay focused too. So this is I'm using pinks tonight. So I am gonna be making this sign tonight for breast cancer awareness, and I'm gonna be using pink. So either win or buy, but I want this back. I just received my big pack of stencils. Oh, fantastic. And I'm gonna be using pink. So I'm gonna be doing this for October breast cancer awareness. And whenever we get done with it, I'm gonna dress it up a little bit here and there. But so I'm using a white pumpkin. So this is what I'm gonna be using. It's approximately 16 by 18, I think. You can kind of see the size on me. But this is the piece I'm gonna be doing tonight. And I kind of painted it white, a light coat of white paint on this pumpkin. We made this at our mill, and this is the paint I use. So it's a white acrylic. And how many of you, I see somebody just said that she's an 18-year survivor. Awesome. I'm sure probably most of us on here, most of you on here know somebody who has had breast cancer, or maybe has had it yourself. But it is a very important thing to get your mammograms. It's very important to stay on top of that. And I know that October is coming up, and I just thought, how fun would this be to do it all in pink? And I'm gonna ask you guys for some help while I'm painting. So I see you guys are a 4-year survivor. That's awesome. Thank goodness for a lot of amazing technology with breast cancer, because it's definitely changed over the time. The survival rate is much better. So that's awesome. Linda was at our mill.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Linda. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. I kind of put some of my pinks on this board, and I named them just so I could tell what I was using tonight on my live. So this is just a little white scrap board that I painted white, and then I took some of my pinks. And Connie, we made this at our with some of the wood from our sawmill. So
it's cottonwood, so it's light.
It's cottonwood, and I can tell you more about that. We just cut some boards, cut it out, and then put this across. Yeah, you guys, Linda is on here tonight, and she came to our sawmill over the weekend and got some pieces of wood for some of her projects. So it was so cool to get to meet her and her husband. We were so kind of blown away that they drove over 4 hours to come to our sawmill. So this is all not backwards. Kathy, you're asking if it's backwards. My camera is an older phone. I have an older phone, so I can't flip my camera around, but I promise it's not backwards. I did do a backwards M on a sign one time, so I have done that, but tonight it's not. So I'm going to tilt my camera down a little bit, but I wanted to tell you that I'm going to ask for a little bit of help. So up above where the wording is, it says pumpkin patch, right? I'm gonna ask for you guys, I would like some words. I'm gonna kind of switch this up to go with breast cancer in October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm doing my truck in pink, some blacks. I'm gonna use some of that on here. And if you can throw out some words, we're gonna be watching. And I feel like there's a shadow there. And I'm gonna pick some words, something to put up here instead of pumpkin patch. So I may not use this part tonight. And then down below, if you've got some words that might go down below, that would be good for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, let me know. So, oh, Beth, trucking for a cure. I like that. So I'm gonna say some of those. That was Beth Kaywood. I like that, Beth. I'm gonna say some of them out loud so my husband can write them down, and he's trying to read the comments too. So if you've got some ideas that's for something I could put up above, survivor, that's a good word, Becky England Brown. I like that. Survivor, I might use over the arrow. Use the word survivor. Tia Aguilera. You guys have Fight Like a Girl. That's one of them that my husband and I were talking about. Those are good. Those are good. Video froze. Hopefully I'm not freezing up. Never give up. That's a good one. I'm going to get started on this while you guys are putting some of those out there. Faith. Stacy Perry says faith. That's a good one. Oh, fight, support, advocate. Wow. Yes. Trucking for a cure. That was a good one. I like that a lot. Thank you guys. Oh, hauling cancer away. That's a good one too. I do tape down my stencils. Brave and strong. Man, okay, I'm gonna just have to let those keep going because I can't wait to see it, Mimi said. I could be sitting here reading those a lot.
Just say no.
Just say no. Fabulously strong. Courage, survivor. Sarah, I like that. Fight like a girl. Hi from
Driving home the cure. I like that.
Yeah, those are good. So you can see those, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I can see them now. Okay,
he's got them. Awesome. Living on a prayer. Kick the pumpkin out of cancer. Oh, that's good, Donna. That's creative. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to take this. It is a metallic paint, and it is Anita's brand. I think you can get it at Hobby Lobby. I think you can get it at Walmart. Probably at Michael's. I haven't been to Michael's lately, but anyway, this one is a metallic, so it's got a little bit of shine to it and shimmer. So I'm gonna use this, and gosh, I started a hot topic tonight. Oh, you guys, you've got some great ideas.
King, rev it up for
Rev
cancer.
it up for cancer, Debbie. My husband likes that one. He's writing them down.
Cruising for the cure.
Yeah, I like that too. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to try to keep talking to you. Thank you guys. Awesome. All of these survivors are on here too. I've got a lot of survivors. Survivor Nation. Oh, I like that too. Debbie said that. Driving for a cure. Man, y'all are creative. Nice. See, I knew I could ask. I was sitting here trying to write down some stuff, and I said, you know, oh, Carrie, that's cute. Carrie said, fasten your pink ribbon. I like that a lot, Carrie. That is super cute. What a great idea. You guys, yeah. I knew I could count on you. All I'm gonna do, I've got a little bit of masking tape here. I'm going to take and tape off the pumpkins. So if you get this stencil, I've only done it the one time. And I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, I was nervous, I guess is a better word. I was a little bit nervous to use it. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm taping off all of the parts just that I wanna protect so I don't get that pink paint on them in the bed of the truck. So I'm gonna try to tilt my camera down a little so you can watch what I'm doing. Hopefully that's okay. If it's not, I know you guys will let me know. Man, there's a lot of good ones, you guys. I wanna watch the computer in the comments and make my husband paint.
You guys don't want that.
I think that's a really good idea. Someone else said they're nervous to try this stencil. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. Oh, there's Carson's watching. I haven't seen Cameron or Kaylee on yet. Hi, Carson. So, yeah, I actually talked about, I think, on one of my lives, who wants to see my husband do some stenciling?
No.
Yeah, give us some hearts. Give us some hearts, you guys, if you would like to see my husband try stenciling. You can't see the stencil at all. Oh, you can't see it because it's white on white. Oh, shoot, I didn't think about that. Well, I'll show you close up what I taped off. I taped off the pumpkins that are in the truck bed, so maybe you can see this. So maybe that helps. There's probably a bad glare, but I did take my tape. Oh, there's a lot of hearts. I think that they want to see you stencil sometime on a live.
I don't feel very good.
Look at all the hearts. Awesome. Oh, you guys, well, I'll just tell you, my dad battled cancer and my mom has had breast cancer as well. So that is why, you know, doing this tonight is kind of meaningful, and it's just kind of close to my heart. So my mom and dad are both survivors, which is awesome. And I try to keep a good check on myself for breast cancer as well, since my mom had it. I'm kind of prone to that, or at more risk. So anyway, I've taped off these trucks right here, so hopefully you can see this. Yeah, they said, let's see Bucky craft. I think they would like that. I'm late. Someone said, you're okay, you're okay. So I'm doing, if you're late and you're just joining, I'm gonna be using these makeup sponges also, because there's still a lot of hearts going. They wanna see you paint.
I know.
I think that would be good. I'm using makeup sponges because I'm kind of working on a small area here and trucking like a survivor. Janisa, that's good. So I'm going to tape off my wheels also, because I just remembered I'm going to do those in black. So I'm going to use some pink and some black on here. Yeah, cancer is an ugly, ugly thing, and I just wish that, you know, it didn't even exist. So hopefully none of us have to face that again. If you're not facing it now, I hope you never have to face it. And it's not a fun thing to go through. After my dad went through it, I finally realized why. Until you have someone close to you go through treatments and have to deal with it, I think maybe, you know, sometimes I don't think I understood why it was called a battle. And after he had cancer, I understood why it was called a battle, because it really is. Every day something different. Every day something comes up and you don't know if you're going to be able to take treatments, and it's just an ugly, ugly thing. But anyway, I'm taping off the wheels. So lots of tape on this stencil. And Lisa, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm doing a pink truck tonight, you guys. I'm going to be using all pinks and blacks, and it's on a white. Oh, you said fill the truck with ribbons, duh. Yeah, well, I'm going to use the pumpkins, I think, in the back. And I think I'm going to end up, after they're all dried, I think I'm going to put little breast cancer awareness ribbons on the pumpkins. So I'll probably just kind of freehand those on with a tiny little brush. I'm trying to read and tape at the same time, and it's not working out very well. So what I'm doing, I'm going to show you guys. Yes, Shaylin, they have this stencil back in stock. Tonight, we're giving away 3 truck stencils on here, free. So stay on, stay with me. Watch us paint this pink truck tonight. And we are going to be picking some winners to win the truck stencil from Essential Stencils. So what I'm doing, look at this. I'm just ripping my tape into jagged little pieces to fit where I need it to fit. And as long as I'm covering the parts that I need to cover, the rest of it isn't gonna matter down below it. So that's just what I'm doing right here. And sometimes it's a little tricky. And those of you who said you're nervous to do the truck, I was a little nervous too. But you just gotta dive right in there and don't be afraid. And it's just takes tape. So tape is your best friend. And I'm gonna show you another trick. I did wanna show you guys this tip. These little things come in your packaging from Essential Stencil. They're hard little cardboard papers that come in your stencils. So something that you can do with these, I found whenever I was in here the other day, is you can hold these down, like if you forget to tape something off, or maybe you don't want to tape something off, you can hold these down next to your stencil and cover whatever it is that you need to cover while you're stenciling. So especially in some of these little small areas, there's little fine lines. So you're gonna want to, if you are taping off and you're wanting to do some shading and different things, another thing I wanted to tell you is you could always do one color and then come back and layer on top of that color with something else if you need to. Or you can just tape off like the wheel wells and things like that. I'm not taping off all of that tonight. I didn't on my other one either. And I kind of am just going to try to keep it simple. But you could get into a lot of detailing with this if you wanted to do that. So the wheel wells are a little bit curved, so you're going to have to kind of make your tape, maybe trim it or cut some pieces to fit your wheel wells. Absolutely love this. Oh my goodness. I can't read your comment, Rebecca, but had chemo today, battling colon cancer, but bless all those that have battled cancer. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm glad that you're watching. What? I didn't hear you.
8:30.
Okay. Yeah, my husband's telling me what time it is. I just need to come on and talk sometime and visit with you guys instead of painting and trying to talk and visit. I like to visit. So I'm using a makeup wedge. I'm gonna get started stenciling, or this truck is not gonna ever get done, and the Essential Stencil is gonna kick me off their page. I don't think they would, but no. I don't want to find out. I'm using a makeup wedge. I got these makeup wedges at our local Dollar General in our little small town. And for those of you who haven't done it before, I'm using the bottom of it. And you want to definitely offload, like I always tell you, you want to offload. I'm using a paper plate. Oh, someone said hi to my hubby.
Hi there.
Sally, thank you. Sally, wouldn't you like to see my hubby paint sometime on here? I think that we should show him stenciling, and then I can talk. I can sit and talk. I think that would work, right? I think it's a good idea.
I could do it.
See, he would. He said he would do it. And yes, you guys, I'm going really slow, and as I go, I'm kind of holding. Yeah, there's a lot of hearts. That would be awesome.
I make all these signs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you guys hear him? He said he really is the one that makes all of these signs. So I guess you'll be impressed whenever he starts stenciling. I'm kind of holding down these little bitty lines in here, and as I go, just because I think it kind of helps. So they kind of bounce around a little bit. This is probably the most narrow. See, they're saying, yes, you need to stencil it.
I can't read those.
Oh, hi, Melissa from Independence. You're lying. He said he can't read those comments now. This is the stencil that has probably the most little lines to it that I have from Essential Stencil. And I think it's going to turn out really cool. This pink that I'm using is a metallic pink, so it's got a little bit of sheen to it on my board. I am using a white background board, and I'm just going slow. I'm going up and down. Hopefully you can see me. He cuts them and I paint them. Well, you know, he did cut them. He doesn't even really do that anymore. Sometimes he does. It depends on what we're doing. He helps me a lot though. He does a lot of cutting, a lot of log buying, stuff like that too. So you guys can break this truck up to several different colors if you want to. Tonight I'm using one for the sake of time, but you could definitely detail it a lot. So yes, we are a team. I think we make a pretty good team. I'm gonna do this front bumper. The thing I can tell you about this stencil is just in some of those smaller places with the skinny lines, just take your time and as you go, maybe kind of keep your fingers close to what you're using to paint with. Oh, someone said, how long have you all been married?
43 years. Seems like, I don't know.
Oh, he said 43 years. He's lying. He said it seems like 43 years. I don't know if that's a good answer or not. I'm not sure.
You're occupied, so I can say that.
I'm not so sure how to take that. Honestly, we've actually been only married for 4 years.
4 years in a week
So,
and a half.
yeah, we have a blended family, and we've been together 6 years.
7, almost.
Almost 7. Wow.
I think. Maybe 6. Maybe you're right.
It's 6. Yeah.
She's chased me since high school.
Oh, not a good answer. Someone said that wasn't a good answer. Your hubby's also sounded like a good number. Yeah, I guess it sounded like a good number. I'm not sure. 43 years would be a long time. I think, let's see, easy there. I'm married 46 years. That's awesome. I think it's good. I think that's kind of rare for people to, it seems like, to stay married anymore, honestly. So that's an awesome thing. You made it. There we go. Look at all of that. People are going to tell us.
My mom and dad have been married 60 years.
Yeah, his parents have been married 60 years. My mom and dad have been married 50.
Yep.
So they had just had their 50th. Love the idea to fight cancer awareness truck. Oh, I'm glad you guys, you know, whenever I had this idea, I was gonna do this last week on my live, but they were out of the truck stencil, so I wasn't really gonna do that. So I found out that they had the truck stencil back in, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I've been wanting to do it, so nothing like having an old cool pink truck, right? Oh, look at all that. 30 years, 32 years. I've been married 36 years. That's fantastic.
45. Yeah.
45. It's hard work. It is work.
So you can throw the hard work part in, and that's okay?
I didn't say that. That's what they said.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't say hard. I said, she said hard work. I just said it is work. If you're not working at it, what are you doing? What will you do? Honestly, Vicki, I actually am making this for a friend, and I should have tagged her in it, but I kind of wanted to surprise her with it. She has a cancer event that she puts on, and it's a fundraiser for cancer. And her mom also had breast cancer. So I am making it for a donation for a silent auction. Yes, that is what I'm doing. So if you have their stencils, you guys just remember that you can do so many different things. We get asked sometimes at our business to donate things to silent auctions, and that is something that if you've got a good collection of stencils, you can make about anything and about any color for a team, for a school, for a cause, and just go with it. You guys all got so creative whenever I asked you for some other words to put on here, and you guys already know how to do it. So just whenever you're sitting down to figure out something, or maybe you get asked to make a donation item, or a silent auction item, or a gift for somebody, going through it to hang on their front door, I think that you can take any of their stencils and you can interchange a lot of those different things, different colors, even add your own words. I'll probably hand letter some of those words on here. And that's what I'll do. I just, even with the porch boards and the vertical signs, if you've got the letters, I made a board one time for a high school auction, and it said, Central Indians on it, and I did it in their team color, or, in their school colors. So that is something that zoom cancer out. Oh, that's a good one too. I like that, Betty. So I'm gonna hold this up and I'm gonna show you up close. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Hopefully you will. But the paint that I used tonight, it's a metallic rose paint, and it's Anita's, and it turned out really cool. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go over this a little bit more. And don't forget, if you're just joining, we are giving away 3 truck stencils tonight of that pack with the pumpkin in it. It also has the pumpkin, and it says welcome to our patch. So we will be picking 3 lucky winners. So here is what it's starting to look like. You can see my pink. I'm gonna put it up really close. I don't know if you can see the sheen on your end on the video. It's always really hard for me to tell, but I've got this white pumpkin, and does it look okay on there? Okay, can you see it?
I've got it scrolled up where I can't see that.
Okay. So, oh, cool, you guys. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, this is, it's going to be super cute, I think, on this white. So you could do it on a white board, on anything, pink and white, I think are good. So I'm going to take off this tape that I put over the pumpkins, and I'm going to do my best to show you how to use that tip I showed you earlier, using the little black things that come, the black cardboard things that come in the stencils. So that is something that I have done just very little, but we're going to do it. So I'm going to show you what I mean.
And that shows you how durable them stencils
are. Oh yeah, the stencils are just awesome. Even with these little lines, I have been more careful with it than I am with most of my others. But, oh, thank you guys. It's still such a durable stencil. It's just got a lot of thin lines in this one. So, yes, surely you would love this stencil. You can do a lot with these stencils, you guys. If I wanted to just use this truck and leave those pumpkins off, somebody said earlier, I could just put a bunch of breast cancer ribbons in the back. So, if you were doing one for an event, for a cause, you could do whatever you wanted. You could even glue on some 3-dimensional objects in the back of that truck. So just remember that you don't have to use the whole stencil, but once you get this stencil, you've got a lot of uses for it. So I'm gonna get some black paint out, and I'm gonna use a different makeup sponge. And I'm using the makeup sponge tonight because number 1, I'm using several different shades of pink, and number 2, I'm using it in some small spaces. These work really well for small spaces. So I've got some black paint, and that is Anita's as well. So you guys can get that. I just ordered 4 stencils. Jill, that's awesome. If you guys are ordering, I did post my link on this video, or I think it should be on there. And you can order and save 10%, so don't forget that, through that link. And the truck stencil is in, and we are going to be giving away 3 truck stencils tonight to 3 lucky winners. So anyway, anti-cancer, Marty said. That's good. Yeah, I like that too. Yes, Cindy, these makeup sponges, the first time I tried using one, I was using the wedge side. I was using it all wrong. So this is the end. The end works amazing, and you just want to make sure that you offload. I'd like to try to make a pink one too. Yeah, you guys, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna dress it up whenever we get done, but I think I've got several different shades of pink. That's what I did a tester board so I could kind of see what I wanted to use. And I'll tell you what colors I'm using, but I also have, I got this at one of our thrift stores. This is pink and just darker pink stuff, so whenever I get done, I'm gonna tie it around the top. And how do you win a stencil? Honey, would you like to tell him how you win a stencil? No, he's gonna be silent.
I was gonna say.
My husband gets to pick the winners, so that's his job. He gets to sit, watch the comments, and so if, I guess, he would probably say, as long as you're nice to me. I'm joking. Carrie, our sale went great at our sawmill, so I don't sell the paint. I get all of my craft paint at Hobby Lobby. I buy it cheap. I've had a stash of it for quite a while, to be honest, and you can go in Hobby Lobby and you can get them super cheap. You can use a coupon in Hobby Lobby if they're not on sale. You can get them at, now they're gonna kiss your butt. You can get them at Walmart, and we pick up several things at Walmart too. So wherever I can get them cheap, I'm all about being thrifty. So I have never won anything, but I will buy this truck for sure. I love pumpkins, but never painted or cooked with them. But I'm committed to this, to do this for Thanksgiving. Oh, that's fantastic. There are so many things you'll be able to do for that. Oh man, yeah. I should never have said they should be nice to you, because in that case, Bucky is a very handsome man.
Now you are lying.
You guys, he is handsome. They're not lying. You are. Oh, this is cracking me up. Oh yeah, I buy paint on clearance too, you guys. He's a great sport to help so much. He is. No brown nosing. Oh, this is comical. It's always a good time, you guys, I promise. So I'm gonna take my little black square. Hopefully you guys can see this. And oh, Danielle, we would love for you to come. We had some people who watch on here. Linda was on, and we had some other customers who came up from Kansas City. They're not that far from us. So we love it. We'd love to have you come. I've had some messages from some people far away that want to come too. So we're all about that. I am taking this little black square. It came in handsome and strong. I'm never gonna be able to stop. I can't. That is cracking me up. This little square came in one of my stencil sets, and I am gonna hold this down over the pink part. So can you guys see that? Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just covering up what I don't want to get paint on. So if you don't want to tape it, you can definitely do that. I am just gonna hold it down, and I'm gonna go around my wheel, and I'm just lightly doing it around here with this makeup sponge. And you just want to be careful whenever you're doing that. And then you just kind of move this on around. Thankfully, that acrylic paint all dries really fast. So if you're gonna use this, you just want to be careful. What are you laughing at?
I don't know Bucky, but he's my hero.
He's my...
I want to win.
Oh, that is funny. You want free stencils. You know, the truck stencil is so popular, you guys, and it's so versatile. You can use it all year long, like Valentine's, Easter, it's just one of those things that you can change it up so much. And you know, I know that there are so many different stencils out there, but I'm just telling you, these are the best quality that I have used, have found, and man, I love ordering from them. I love getting stencils. So you can do a Christmas truck. I'll probably try to do that even at Christmas time. I know that they are going to have probably more new stencils at Christmas time than I'm going to have. But you guys can see what I'm doing here. I didn't tape off this time. I'm just going over and around my stencil, and hopefully I don't get any on the pink. If I do, I'll just touch it up with a brush. But there's some little corners in here, so you're gonna want to make sure you're pushing down your makeup sponge kind of hard on some places where those little corners are to get a clean look, if that works. So I see all kinds of hearts, you guys. Thank you. I'm gonna get a little bit more paint. A tip is also, whenever I come back to my paint, I usually don't go right back into this big blob. I go right out here and I still kind of blot it off and make sure that I don't have a ton of paint on my makeup sponge. And then you just pounce it up and down. If you've never used one before, they work really well on those small stencils. And remember, when you're doing this, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a craft. You should be enjoying it, not stressing out over it. So it should be good for you. Can you use the brushes? I have Essential Stencils brushes, and I always recommend them now. When I didn't have them, I would have told you to go buy brushes somewhere cheap, and you know, don't worry about what you're spending on them, because blah blah blah. I mean, you can get, I'm not saying you can't get good cheap brushes, but the quality of the brushes from Essential Stencil are amazing, and they are top notch. They are comfortable for you to use. They clean really well, and you could use the brushes. I like to use the makeup sponges. I feel like I have a little bit more control with the sponges in these smaller areas that I'm working in tonight. So I hope that helps. So I'm gonna go over and do my other wheel over here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hi, you guys. Everyone's still saying hi. I see some people hopping on. I'm using the truck stencil from Essential Stencil tonight, and they do have the truck back in. So it's a 2-pack. It comes with the really pretty pumpkins that say welcome to our patch. It's a very cute stencil. So ooh, the teal and the orange, that would be very pretty too. I agree. I had a hard time. I sat down the very first time I did it on that one I showed you guys earlier. I had a hard time choosing what color to do the truck in. So I did get a little bit of black paint over there. So these you can also cut in half, which I probably should have done. And so you can take them, I'll show you. You can cut these just like this. So if you've got a really small area that you're in, you have this little square instead of the bigger. So don't forget that tip too. That is something that I just thought of the other day whenever I was doing the stencil, and then you just throw them away. There's no cleanup. So I haven't tried the brushes. Are they better than sponges? The brushes are just different, and you have a different technique for them. The brushes work good, and they just have a different effect whenever you use them. The brushes, I'll have to do my next project maybe with brushes, or we'll make Bucky use the brushes. How about that? I think that he's gonna stencil on the next live, and we'll have him use the brushes. That way, you've never used them, have you? You've never used Essential Stencils brushes?
Not the brusher, no, not their brushes.
No, so we'll have Bucky do it, and he'll be a first timer, and we'll just see how it goes. So I'll give him tips. You guys can watch, and he'll have to listen to me. How's that work?
Sounds like a normal day.
Sounds like a normal day. Yeah. That's funny. Oh. It'll be good. It'll be good. They're going to want to see you stencil. The brushes are awesome. I actually pulled those out tonight, so I'm glad you asked. I did sit them out here. This is what they look like. and they are very, very solid, strong bristle brushes, and they're awesome. They are awesome quality, very comfortable to hold on to, and if you don't have them, you should definitely try them out. I would tell you that for sure, because I have several sets of other stencil brushes that I had bought, and I won't probably buy any others. And like I said, yes, you could use the brush on this. You would be using maybe several different brushes. One of the reasons I also sometimes choose the makeup sponges is if I'm using several different colors. That way I don't have to use several different brushes. So I like to use the brushes for the bigger projects. And I did just cut one of these in half. I'm gonna use this little one. Have your husband show his face. Oh, do you wanna come over and say hi?
Yeah, I will here in just a second.
Yeah, he will. Come over here and say hi. See?
Oh.
He'll say hi.
Hello.
This is my husband.
Hi, everybody.
You guys want to see him stencil, right?
I will do it on the next one, I promise.
Yeah, see? See? There we go. Hope to get truck stencils. Awesome. Yeah, you guys. Someone said, let us see you. Hopefully they saw you.
Oh.
He is a cutie. I agree. Did you think he wouldn't be cute? Are you questioning my taste? I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. And he's just in work clothes. He's not even dressed up. You'll have to wear an apron whenever you stencil.
We have them.
Oh, he will. Aw, you guys are so sweet. They would love to see you stencil. See? What a lucky lady you are. Aw, I am.
Not as lucky as I am.
Aw. Now you're just making up for all the other things you said.
So?
I'm losing track of time, Joanne. Yes, she said she lost track of time. You want to talk about losing track of time? Just put me on this video, and gosh, I just enjoy talking to you guys. And then, it's not as much fun to go back through and read the comments. So I go live again next Thursday. Is it Thursday?
I think you said this.
I think it is next Thursday, you guys. So next Thursday we'll get him to stencil. So then I'll get to talk. I can control the camera. I can talk. I can tell him what to do. It'll be amazing.
That's gonna be dangerous.
Yay! I love it. I love it. Okay, it's getting deep in there, Janice said. You must know us or something, Janice. Okay. I'm now taping off this little bar down here so that I can paint that, and then I get to paint the pumpkins. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that part pink. And what I'm gonna do, I taped off the bottom, and I'm gonna just hold this black piece of cardboard that came in my stencil right here on top of these pumpkins. So, where's my boots? I know. You guys don't, he'll listen to me, I promise. I'm gonna tell him how to stencil with some stencil brushes. And he's not ever used them before, so that'll be good. It'll be good to show somebody doing it for the first time.
Somebody asked what one. We're gonna do a manly one.
Oh, a manly stencil. We're gonna do a manly stencil, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to find out which one he'll want to do. A manly stencil, huh?
Should go to American
You
Flag.
redeemed yourself from saying that about the 43 years. Yeah, he knows. He knows. All day long, ladies, all day long. Never know. I don't have Daisy in here. Can you tell me how big this truck is? This truck stencil is a 12 by 16, I think. Yes, exactly. These are 12 by 16. So, yeah, it will be fun. He'll be cute in that pink apron. Ah, yeah, this is great. Now he's going outside. Oh man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look through my essential stencils, and I'm gonna pick out the girliest one for him to do. Maybe. Since he's outside, I can say that. So I don't know what I'll have him do, you guys. It'll be fun though. It'll be something that he can use the brushes on. So it'll be a bigger stencil. I will say that. So I'm gonna show you what this is looking like so far. I'm gonna hold it up. Just placed my first order. Oh, make sure you guys, if you're ordering, use my link so you can save a little bit of money. It'll save you 10%. So I've got this going on right here, and it looks, I still have this on. The truck and the pumpkins do come together, yes. They are set. So, oh yeah, have him do a truck with lumber in it. Oh, brilliant. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. That's kind of a good idea. Okay, let's see what else. I'm going to do these pumpkins, and I'm going to do them in different shades of pink. So I think I'm going to use this Diva Pink, which is kind of bright. This is the one I'm going to use. And it is looking good. It's looking good. It's taking time. It's one of those that just takes time, and if you don't have a lot of time, you could come back and work on it. This actually kind of looks like Pepto-Bismol whenever I put it out, but it is called Diva Pink, and it's apple barrel. So I'm gonna use that on my pumpkins here. And again, I'm gonna just use this little black square. Oh, good. Her husband walked in and said, "What are you listening to? You're smiling at your phone." Your husband should watch. He would probably get some entertainment. It's pure entertainment tonight, everyone. So I'm gonna tape off this middle pumpkin because I'm gonna do these 3 different shades of pink, I think. So I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna do the middle one. It's hard to decide, I think I'm gonna do the middle one hot pink, so I'm changing my mind. I always change my mind. So I'm gonna just tape off this little pumpkin over here. I did the deer head over the buffalo plaid. Oh yeah, the deer head would be good. You could do a deer head.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. It's almost deer season here in Missouri. So, okay. And if you get on there to do stenciling, I'll just have to invite all of our friends to watch. Okay. Yeah, that would be amazing. It'd be fun. He doesn't care. He's easy like that. He really wouldn't care. So this is going to be really bright. My hubby said he's going to hide your phone. No! Don't have him do that. He's going to have to, your hubbies are going to have to watch with you next week, you guys. That will be fun. Especially if he's painting. Ombre pumpkins, that would be very cute, you guys. Yes, there are so many different things you can do with these pumpkins and just have fun with them. Yes, we do seal them. We can use acrylic spray sealer, and my husband can come over here and show that behind me because I'm doing this real quick and I'm trying to, there's the Mod Podge. So we use that. And then sometimes I use Thompson's water sealer spray also, especially if it's going outside. I like to use that. So there's that. And I'm gonna do my stems on these actually the same color as the pumpkins. I'm gonna go ahead and use the same color. Only because I think I will eventually paint little breast cancer ribbons around them in black. So I want them to all be the same. So there's that part, and I'm gonna just take this, and then I'm gonna do the bottom part. I'm gonna hold that there. I am gonna have to tape it off just a little bit, and you just make sure that your tape is on those little bitty lines. You guys, they are little. So I bought the Home Sweet Home. Yeah, that's a good one. That it has a lot of versatility to it too. Oh shoot, I'm now going over my black. Whoops, I taped off the wrong spot. That's what happens when you're talking and painting. It is much easier if you're just not talking and on camera. There we go. Okay, so I've got one pumpkin done, and I've got the other. You can get the Thompson's Water Seal in a spray or in a big can, and you can brush it on also. The stencils, I have a link. Ooh, that's really bright pink. In this, and it is it's at the top of the video, I think, and you can save 10% by using code MRS2019. It stands for Miller's Rustic Sawmill 2019, and but the link should be in the video, and you'll order at essentialstencils.com. So hopefully you see that link.
When I watch your live videos, he says, "Oh great, another project we're doing."
I like that. I like that your husband's helping you too. It's nice to have help for sure. Actually, I didn't know if you were coming here tonight. I thought maybe you were going home with the kids because they all start school tomorrow. And I was, sitting here like, okay. It's nice to have help for sure whenever I'm doing these. And it's nice to have help whenever you're doing a project. Okay. The other pink I'm gonna use is gonna be fuchsia. I think I'm gonna use fuchsia. Fuchsia is very pretty. And then I think I'll use maybe a pale pink. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna find out. So this is the fuchsia that I'm using, and I don't have very much paint. It's a Nita's also. So let me find another makeup sponge. I'm gonna use this little one I cut. So if that's a tip I haven't shared before, is cutting those makeup sponges. So you can cut them to little bitty sizes if you have little bitty spots that you're trying to get to, if that's really bothering you. So sometimes in these little bitty spaces, this works really well. What part of Missouri? You're stopped in Missouri for the night? Oh my. We are in Northwest Missouri. So we are about an hour and a half, hour and 45.
About an hour and a half north of Kansas City.
North of Kansas City. It's called King City, Missouri. That's the town that we live in. It's about 35 minutes from St. Joseph. So I don't know where you're staying at. I don't know if you're close. If you've heard of Northwest Bearcats, which is a college campus. Northwest Missouri State University is in Maryville. We're about 30 minutes from there too. You always, oh, Peggy, that's a good tip. Peggy cuts the tips off of, the ends off of her sponges whenever she's done. You can reuse them. That's, I think I have seen somebody show that tip before. That's a really good tip. Someone said that, I was trying to read that. It said something about her husband. She needs this stencil. So her husband has something to do. Oh, thank you, Luann, your first time. A lot of schools started around, different around the country. Our kids are just starting tomorrow for the first day. So they've had maybe a little bit longer summer break than a lot of places. Used to travel through St. Joe. Oh, I couldn't see that comment. Somebody said that they used to travel through St. Joe. Yeah, if you look up King City, Missouri, that's where our sawmill is. Also, if you are thinking about making a trip or planning a trip here, you'll definitely want to think about, we'll be having vendors here at our shop on the 21st of September. That's when Living History Days happens here in our town too. So it's a fun time. If you are wanting to come to our mill, we will be having a slab sale, and we will have other vendors set up here around our shop. So it's a good time to come. But there's also all kinds of things that will be happening in our little town down around the museum. There's a really cool museum here in town and on the museum grounds. One of our daughters will be singing.
Yes.
So she's going to play her ukulele and she's going to sing. If I were doing this alone, about how long does it take from beginning to end? Without the talking, probably maybe an hour. I think it just depends on how much detailing you're putting in it too. So, you know, the acrylic paint dries really quick. So that's good. You can kind of keep working on other parts if you're letting something dry. But yeah, I would say an hour is a good range from beginning to end, getting set up and cleaning up and all of that. So it wouldn't have to take that long, because in all honesty, I think that you could do this thing in just all one color, and I think it would still be cool. So someone said, okay, I'm going to show you this tip right here. So she said that she cuts the ends off of her sponges. So I'm going to show you. You just take a pair of scissors, go down here by the color, and voila, another clean sponge you can reuse. And since I'm working in such a small space, I'm going to cut that in half again, lengthwise, and now I've got two little long sponges. So that was a good tip. I'm glad that you reminded me of that, because I kind of had forgotten. Now I'm going to use this Cameo Pink. It's a really light pink. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but it may not show up that well on this white, but we're going to try it. So if you don't like how something turns out, you can always put your stencil back on, and you can go over it again with something else. So that's not a hard thing to do. You can just line it back up. I've had to do that before, so it's not that big of a deal. Hi, newbie. Hi, Luella. I have an aunt named Luella. I like that name. Yeah, this is gonna show up good. Actually, I think it's gonna be fine. I am doing my stems the same colors, so if you haven't followed our Facebook page, we appreciate all of those likes, and you can kind of see and learn more about our actual business on there too. So I get asked a lot of questions on here, and I try really hard to kind of cover what we do at our sawmill and explain that, but that's what happens is I start talking a lot, and then I end up running like 2 hours. So I'm trying not to do 2 hours. Okay. I'm gonna pull this stencil off so we can see this truck. Well, first I'm going to go ahead and paint my arrow on here, because I think I'm going to keep the arrow on, because I think I can put something cute word-wise over that you guys have thrown out a lot of names, a lot of words that we can use, and I'm going to actually use this color called Reminisce. I'm going to use that one, and it is a Deco Art paint. So I'm going to do my arrow in that, but I'm not using the other words because you guys came up with a lot of those really good words that go with breast cancer awareness. So I just set that right in the way. I'm going to put this pink on here. I'm using pinks and blacks, and I'm going to tie some fun ribbon. I'll probably end up adding some silver sparkly stuff or sparkles or something to it maybe. It would look cute in patriotic colors. We are all about the patriotic colors here at our mill. We do a lot of the rustic flags, and you're right, it would be super cute in like a vintage, you know, red, white, and blue. Even the pumpkins, you know, red, white, and blue on a dark board would look really cute. So the possibilities with this stencil are endless, you guys. If you don't have it and you want to order, make sure if you're ordering you want to use my link so you can save a little bit of money on it, you can tell your husbands that I save you money. But we have 3 stencils to give away of the truck and the pumpkins. So we're going to try to get that done here before too long. And I'm still using this makeup sponge. I'm trying to make sure that I've got this covered. I'm using a really little one because it was clean, so I just grabbed it. And I do always tell people, if for some reason when you take it off, if you don't like the edges of it, you need to do a little cleanup, you can totally clean it up. So yes, it would be pretty with some sparkles. I have this, and I thought I would use this somewhere on it maybe too and make it all blingy. So okay, we're ready to peel this off and take a look at it. So oh, it's cute. It's cute, cute, cute. Oh my goodness, you guys. That looks really cute. I think my light pumpkin is maybe a little bit too light, so I may redo it. But there's my pink pumpkin so far. Hopefully you all can see it. Turned out really cute. Can you guys see all of that? I'm gonna hold it up really close. Yeah, it turned out cute. So you could pick whatever pinks that you want, and I don't know on your end, maybe it doesn't look real shiny, but my truck it's got a little shimmer to it. Can you see that on there, huh?
A little bit.
Can you see the shimmer?
Not real good.
No, okay. I didn't think so. I don't think that stuff probably shows up real well. But yeah, that looks super cute. I think that my pale pumpkin, I may put it back on and do another color pumpkin. I don't mind the pale, but I think it's a little light for the white background. So I might redo that, but yeah, it turned out really cute. And so as I was stenciling, these are the little bitty lines that I kind of kept my finger on as I went. So keep that in mind whenever you get your truck stencil. There's a lot of little thin lines. So definitely, it did turn out really well. And this was all a makeup sponge. Add sparkle to the, oh, you know what I have sitting here? I think that's a really good idea, because I brought glitter out tonight. So I can totally glitter that pumpkin. I think that would look really cute. So I will do that and we'll show it. So good idea, whoever said add sparkles to that.
You need to write the cruising for the cure.
Okay.
Everybody liked that.
Okay, all right. Do you want to get me a marker?
Yes.
Okay. So, it is cute, it is. Somebody said to add sparkle to this pumpkin, but I think somebody's right. I think I'm going to paint it a little bit darker first. So I think I'm going to use I'm going to use the same color that I had out for my arrow maybe. I didn't have a lot of pinks. I thought I did. So if you're going to do pinks, you may want to plan out your pinks a little bit better than I did. But I do have a darker one. It's called Cranberry, and it's kind of a in-between pink. So I'm going to just go over that one, and I'll show you, because some of you may be scared to put your stencil back on and try it again. But yeah, the glitter I think is a good idea. But first I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you this. I've not ever done this on a video either, but I'm going to just put my stencil right back over, and I'm going to line it up. I still have my tape on, and I'm going to line it up so that it's on there and it lines up. You'll be able to tell whenever it lines up, and then I'm just going to tape those back down. So that's how you do that. If you don't like something and you want to go back over it, you just get your stencil and you go ahead and lay it back on there. There's no harm, nothing messed up. It's all good. So yeah, I know those blingy gems would look cute on here. That is a really good idea. Yes, you guys can blend. You could layer these. So once you had this done, if I wanted to tape off these fenders and make my fenders darker, you could do that too. I could mix two together. I could mix paints together. I'm what I'm gonna do is use this. I got paint on my hands. It's not a paint video if we don't get paint on us somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this off because I have it out. And I was thinking about putting Save the Tatas on the door. I've seen that saying. So I thought that would be cute. Or, you know, if you were giving this to somebody, you could put their name on the door, and you could put a survivor. You could dress that up however you wanted to dress it up on the door, because I did think about the door. Pink ladies, right? Pink ladies on the door. Oh, that's a cute one too. Now you guys are gonna give me all those ideas, and I'm not gonna know which ones to pick.
No,
so.
I didn't go to sleep.
Did my husband go to sleep? Did someone ask that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. No, he's not asleep yet. He's still here. He's just quiet because I was talking so much. So I'm gonna go over this light pumpkin, which is the shade called Cranberry, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly go over it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want things to be in your way, but it's just gonna darken it up a little bit, and I am gonna leave some of the light behind it. And I'm using my black square. I didn't tape it off. And you'll see that I kind of am letting some of that light pink show through. So that's another way you can add some shading if you want to add some shading to it. I do need a piece of tape for the top. So just make sure that you take your time with this stencil whenever you're doing this, because there is a lot of little details in here. And if you want to get to those details, you know, just cover up what you don't want covered in your paint. That's the best tip for this. Take your time and look at it, look around it before you start painting. And we'll take that off of there and we'll look at that. I did just darken it up. So now if I wanted to do some shading on my truck, I could leave this on here and make it look way different than it looks now. So once you get it painted, and you can take this and you can flip it up and look at it. And then if you decide you want to do something else, line it back up and redo it if you want to. So, okay. So there, it looks better. It looks way better. Much better. I like it. And so I don't know if you can tell that I shaded it at all, but see how I kind of left some of the light showing through. So you could do that on all kinds of parts of that truck if you wanted to. So, actually I need a Sharpie. The big fat Sharpie. Yeah. Okay. If you're just tuning in too, this is what I use to clean my stencils, and I will probably also use that whenever I get done. I don't have very much to clean on that tonight because I didn't use the whole thing, but we're giving away 3 stencils too. So if I wanted to glitter this pumpkin right through here, I could take my little, let me see, I'm gonna get a really little brush. I've got some really tiny ones.
Black.
Yeah, thank you. And where's my little one? So I've got a little bitty brush. Yeah, it turned out cute, you guys. For those of you that didn't hear me earlier, it's gonna be a breast cancer awareness truck. And I'm gonna use a little bit of silver glitter on these pumpkins with a little bit of Mod Podge. So I'm just gonna take this little tiny brush, and I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna outline this. I'm gonna go in the middle of this pumpkin right here in these little lines. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter on that in just a second, and then we'll shake it off. But I'm gonna put glitter in those little lines. So I'm laying down a little bit of Mod Podge on the white lines of that. And then I'm gonna shake a little bit of glitter there so that my pumpkin is lined with glitter. And I might do it on all of them, or I might just do it on the one. I think it'll dress it up. I do think it needs some bling. Somebody said that, and that's a really good idea. And I'd kind of forgotten that I set my glitter out. That's one of the, it's a good trick too. So, you know, not that you want to glitter everything, but if you have something where maybe around your stencil, it's something that you're making or you're making it last minute or something, and it bleeds and you can't get it cleaned off, or you feel like you just messed it up and you can't get around it, you can't get it to look right, you could always lay down a line of glitter around it and clean up that edge if you don't like that edge for some reason, and then just decide that you're going to add glitter to your project. So that could work. Were you going to say something?
Or outlining in black. Like
yeah, or you could outline it in black.
letters.
Yep, you could take a Sharpie to it, and you could definitely outline it in black too. So there's that, a little bit more glitter, and then we'll stand it up and shake it off. Easy. Almost finished. Yay, I know. Look at that. So there's my glitter on that. Look how fun that is. Yep. Oh yeah, the hubcaps would be fun to glitter. I agree. Connie, the code is MRS 2019, 2019. Do the hubcaps glitter, she says. Yeah. Thank you for making that look easy. Oh, I'm glad I made it look easy. You just want to take your time and make sure what you're taping off, and all of that. You know, I was a little bit nervous to do it too. Yeah, I like the glitter. The glitter's gonna totally dress it up, and I like the idea for the hubcaps being glitter too. I think that would be super cute. Yeah, there's a lot I'm gonna do with this, so I'll have to share this whenever I get it finished, because I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it on here tonight. I don't want to lose viewers because we want to give away those stencils, you guys. But Kathy, that is so sweet. I'm so glad. That is a very sweet comment. Thank you. You can go crazy on the truck. I know, you guys. So what did you pick? So we're gonna write on here, trucking for a cure. Cruising for the cure. Okay, so I'm going to write cruising for the cure. I'm just using a Sharpie, so I'm gonna test it on my paper and make sure I'm good, and I'm gonna just freehand it, and we're gonna see how it looks. So cruising for the cure, and I'm gonna just write it in up here at the top. A little nervous. It'll be fine.
Yep.
This is what I tell you guys all the time. Don't be nervous. Just go for it. So
Paint will fix it.
Paint will fix it. Paint is hard to cover a Sharpie. That I do know. So as I put this Sharpie in my hand, I was like, do I want to use the Sharpie? The glitter is a nice touch. Okay, so I don't know who said cruising for the cure. Probably several of you. I'm not quite sure. But that's what we're going to put on here. So I'm going to go ahead and write it. And I'm just going to freehand letter it. I like to freehand stuff. And I just messed it up. I just spelled it wrong. That I've got to paint over. See? I don't know what I was looking at. I did a C-R-U-I. That's not cruising. No. So I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on that, and we're going to just cover it up. See, right there, you guys. I wasn't afraid. I was just trying to look at my spacing. So there we go. We'll just cover it up a little bit, and it'll be fine.
It's white out.
Yeah.
Stenciling white out.
And it may show through a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm just going to soften those edges around it. I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. But I am just using a Sharpie. You could use stencils if you've got some letter stencils. You could almost use the letters here that are in the Scrabble set too. So you could spell out different things with the stencils that you already have. That's too funny. I know. I knew. I'm like, I don't know what I was looking at. But Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We're good. It'll work. And that's what happens, you know. Some people spell it that way, Cruisin.
That's what I thought.
That's not how you spelled it. I was going off my husband's.
I was going off whatever they wrote in there.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right. I think, is it Cruis?
Yes, I think so.
You guys, okay.
Here.
Look at me. We can't spell. That's fantastic. Well, okay. So you wrote Crusin. It is Crusi. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. So we're gonna let that dry and I'll go back over it. So I'm gonna write cruisin'. And so these are not gonna show up very well right now because
See, there's a lot of people
I've got paint.
spelling it UIS.
Okay, that's how I'm spelling it. We're going with it. Cruisin'. Okay, well, I'll have to go back over it. My Sharpie is gonna take up a little bit of time. But a Sharpie is very easy to get your lines if you want to freehand something. Thank you. Yes, you're right, you guys. I was right. I was looking at what you wrote.
A lot going on. It's all good.
It's all good. That's right. Freehand is scary. Yeah, it is a little scary. A lot of times I practice, you know, out off to the side, but tonight I just went for it. So it's all good. Cruisin'. And then we're gonna write for, F-O-R, not F-O-U-R. Cruisin' for. And I'm gonna put the cure right here over this arrow kind of. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like as soon as my other eye dries. Cruisin' for.
And it's backwards.
The cure. It is probably backwards on your page. All my letters are backwards. I know. Can you see it now? So my eye is messed up right, but it won't be. Would never be able to freehand it. If you can't freehand it, definitely order some of the alphabet stencils. You can use those. You can use the Scrabble letters. They're a little bit smaller. And the code for the discount is MRS 2019. So MRS stands for not just Mrs., but Melissa the Sawmill 2019. So it's MRS 2019. So there's our cruisin' for the cure, and I put that right above the arrow. So you could I could put something super cute on the arrow. I could put some glitter on it. There's a little bit of glitter on my pumpkin. Yeah, it did. It's gonna turn out great. I'll fix my eye, and my freehand is lovely. Thank you. I have a pretty steady hand a lot of times whenever I'm painting, so I'm blessed with that. But you wouldn't have to freehand. There are several different ways, you know, you could do letters. So I could have used, I pulled these out tonight. This is the Scrabble set, and they have the whole alphabet and they're smaller. So you could use the letters out of the set too if you have the Scrabble set. It's another way to use some of what you already have without having to buy more or order something else. So I usually try to go back through my stencils if I'm needing to spell something, and sometimes you could pull out probably most of the letters that you need for about anything. So if you've got a good stash of stencils, definitely look through them to see if you could use them, because you would just tape them down and do them letter by letter from whatever stencil had the letter that you needed. So, okay, how long is the code good for? You can order through that link anytime. You can use that code anytime and save 10%. So I will do some more glittering on this, and the words that some of you gave us tonight, I'm going to use at the bottom of this stencil. So the pumpkin that we made, the pumpkin, This stencil that we have is the one that has these words down here. So I am probably going to take some of those words that you guys threw out tonight, and I'm gonna put them along the bottom of this too. And then I'll probably add some more bling. So you're gonna have to check back on my next live. I'll show you my finished pumpkin. And the stencil set is the 2 stencils that I showed earlier, the truck, and then the pumpkins are in the set too. So you get a set. And you guys are welcome. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Okay. My husband's gonna give me
I didn't write down all the names.
the winners.
Horrible.
I just need 3 winners who were all my butt kissers tonight, kissing my husband's butt. I'm just kidding. Not really, because I would have been doing the same thing. That's why I said that. So we're gonna see who he has chosen to win. I'm gonna give him a minute. I
didn't get Carrie's last name.
I have been. There's probably 100 on this.
I know.
You're gonna have to go back through the comments.
I know.
So I've got this cute ribbon. I'm gonna end up tying on it. I got this at our quarter. We have a quarter store in our town, and everything in there is a quarter. It's a thrift store, and it is awesome. But I'm gonna try to answer some questions now. I showed you guys my my breast cancer awareness truck pumpkin. We are giving away 3 truck stencils as soon as my husband picks the name. And this is what we ended up doing. This is gonna go to a silent auction for a fundraiser for cancer in October. And I'm gonna donate that to one of my good friends. And then, yeah, the quarter store is awesome. And thank you guys for all the nice comments. It's gonna look cute once I get it all finished and dressed up. I appreciate you guys watching. It's fun to come on here and see people from all over the country. And if you don't, if you don't know about our business, you can definitely follow our page. We are Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and that's in the comment or in my heading as well. Yes, Sue, you just clean up with soap and water. I have a little cute, I collect milk glass. Sometimes I find it at the quarter store, and I've gotten it some at auctions really cheap. I just think it's pretty. I think it's fun. I like using the milk glass, and this is a little base of water that I usually have sitting beside me. So that's kind of fun. You can use pretty things for crafting on your table, especially if you get them super cheap at a quarter store. I'm not going to worry about that if it breaks. But yeah, if you want to make a plan and come to our mill, you guys, we are in King City, Missouri, but you can learn more about our business on our page. And if you have questions, find me over there and we can answer questions for you there. Next week, I'm going to be live on here, as you know, and my husband is going to be stenciling. So that is going to be fun. I think you guys have your husbands watch, have your boyfriends watch, have whoever watch. We have a good time whenever we're doing stuff together. It's fun. So I know, I can't believe it's a quarter either, but it's a resource center, and it's awesome. Actually, I like to donate stuff there, so I donate stuff, and then I go in and I shop there. If you ever come to King City, I think they're open on Saturdays. They have kind of weird hours, but the 21st is a post I'll be posting on our page about that and everything that's going to be happening here in King City. And my kid said I'm not going to win. Joanne, that's funny. Oh, shoot. Roll, please. Winners are, drum roll, drum roll. Oh, he's got him, he's got him. He's coming. Oh, I'm traveling. I hope I don't miss Bucky stenciling. I hope you don't either.
There, and there.
Okay.
Now, wait on this one because I didn't get her name, and I wish I'd had it. I screwed up. I didn't get it in time.
Okay.
You could ask who said that first.
I would have no idea.
Okay,
We would
then
have to
just
go back
throw
through
it
the
then.
comments. So,
Just go with it.
Okay. I've got, are you ready? Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm looking, sorry. I gotta look at something real quick. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Don't fail me now. No, I thought I did.
Oh,
Hold on.
I don't know how to do that, so.
There it is. Schwick. No, speaker.
Who? Carrie?
Carrie,
yeah. Carrie Schweik. I don't know how to say your name.
Schweiker?
Yes, Schweikert. You are one of the winners that he has written down. Awesome, awesome. Beth Kaywood. You're a winner. And Joanne Willis. You're a winner.
That's
There we
the name
go.
of it.
There we go. So we've got Beth Kaywood, Carrie, and Joanne. You are all winners. That is awesome. So let me, if you're still watching, yeah. Oh my gosh, Carrie says, yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beth, are you still on here? Beth Kaywood is on here. And where is, yay, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations, winners. It's fun. It's fun. Joanne Willis, there you go. So,
Everybody on?
I'm going to need you, my three winners, Joanne Willis, Beth Kaywood, and Carrie Schuker. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I need you guys to message Essential Stencil. I think they'll hear me. I'm going to try to put the names on as well. But you can message Essential Stencil. That's a mouthful to say. You can message them and let them know that you are winners tonight. You already have the stencil, so it's all good. Good. Oh, you guys, it's hard. I'm glad I'm not the one picking winners because it's hard. It's kind of hard. It would be really hard to just pick. And someone asked one time, how do we pick? There's not really any rhyme or reason to it. So don't feel bad if you're not a winner this time. Essential Stencil's so gracious to give away stuff and have that happen on our lives. So we enjoy it and it's fun. And congratulations if you're a winner. I don't hardly ever win anything either, so don't feel bad if you didn't win. My husband is usually the one that wins, or we've got a son who usually wins. So.
And thank you guys for watching her. She loves this.
I do.
She talks about it like all week. So, thank you.
It's a fun time. So I enjoy coming on, and it feels like we've got friends all over the country that we get to know. Thank you, Bucky. Beth said. You're welcome, Beth. Love watching you. Oh, thank you guys. You're so kind. You're so sweet. We appreciate the views. And if you have, any hesitation about the Essential Stencils or you've never ordered, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. And Gina, I never win anything. I don't either. I'm not the one that wants to put my name in a hat, for lucky stuff because I usually don't win. But I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. See right there? If it's going to happen to someone, it's going to happen to me. That's the stuff that happens to me. Can't wait to see Bucky's stencil. I'm going to show you real quick, too, if you're still watching. I've got my wipes here, and I'm just going to show you how easy this cleans up, too. So if you are wondering about using these stencils over and over, if you have maybe some projects that you're wanting to do or some fun ladies classes that you're wanting to do, that's how I happened upon Essential Stencils. So I like to tell that story so that if you're watching and you're thinking about doing some classes in your town or at school or something like that with a group of people, order multiple sets, and then if you're doing a small group, they can trade. So that was kind of how I first started with my classes. I was looking for a welcome sign something that I could reuse over and over. Joanne, you'll just have to message them on here, or they'll contact you. You can hit the message button on Essential Stencils page. It says message, and you can let them know you're a winner, but I will do the same so they can get a hold of you. But anyway, if you are someone who is thinking about starting to do some of that stuff, that's how I happened upon their stencils, and they've been nothing but great. So their packaging is great, their shipping and their timing is fantastic. They are very helpful if you have questions about their stencils, but you can see I'm going to go ahead and clean this one right up tonight. After I used it, I like to clean them after I use them, and then I put them back. Oh, good night, you guys. I know I've been on here a long time. An hour is just not long enough sometimes. So anyway, give their stencils a try if you're wondering about them. And I would also recommend getting their brushes. Each of their packages has a fun little helpful pamphlet in it that tells you how to stencil some farmhouse looks, and it tells you the techniques of the brushes. And then you guys, they have people doing this all over their page. So good night, you guys.
And they answer any questions.
So they've got a lot of tutorial videos, and there are several good people or good demonstrators on there doing videos that show all kinds of tips. I know I've watched Grace, I've watched Heidi, I've watched, I'm trying to think of the other two. There's a couple others on there that I watched myself, because how do you think I learned? I didn't know how to stencil. I just started ordering and trying it. So I hadn't stenciled forever. So Bucky, did I win? Sue, he didn't pick you. Now you get to be mad at him and say bad things about him. Oh. Anyway, just don't be scared to try it, you guys. You don't become good at something if you don't ever do it. So you'll get better and better every time you stencil. And you can see I'm just getting this all cleaned up. I have it down on a roll of craft paper that we got at Lowe's. I rolled that out underneath so I don't have to worry about my table. So I cover my table with that. Yes, Janine, Grace, and Heidi are awesome. I enjoy watching them. I like their lives, and I have learned from both of them. So I think you can't ever stop learning, honestly. You can always learn something from someone. If you think you know it all, then you probably don't. So thanks for sharing the video. Thanks for staying on with me for 2 hours and watching me talk and paint and try to paint while I'm talking. That I will have to show you guys my finished board next week, because I'm going to do some work on it this week, and you can see how much time that took. But it'll be fun to dress it up with some glitter, and it'll be fun to tie my ribbons on. So the finished product will look really cool. So when I'm stenciling, I talk to myself, well, there's nothing wrong with that, Barbara. Nothing wrong with that. I'm usually listening to music whenever I'm stenciling. So I usually have the radio on. I like music. But most of the time I'm talking to you guys. So what size board would you recommend for the project? The which project? The one I did last week was about a 6-foot board, I think. You could use
5.5.
But it's a 5.5. Okay, so you can use a 5-foot board. All of the essential stencils, minus the measuring board, all of them are made for 5-foot boards. So if you are looking on their site and you're curious, they usually, I think, say like my packaging set will say like 5-foot stencil. And Tammy, I haven't ever used spray paint, only because I'm afraid I won't be able to clean my stencils, and that's something I don't know. I don't know what you would clean them with unless there's an acrylic spray paint that I don't know about, which there probably is. But I've not ever sprayed them, only because I'm afraid that paint won't come off my stencils, and I could be wrong. That's something that maybe Essential Stencil can comment on once they come on or they see this video. So that would be a good question. That's a really good question. I've thought about it before, because whenever you've got the vinyl stencils, you guys, I know that those you just throw away, but since these are reusable, I'm not sure. Very good question. I'll try to find out an answer for you too if we don't see it in the comments. So Brenda, you just ordered the stencils. Yay! You are going to love them. You're going to get so much use out of this truck for sure. And then those pumpkins are really, really cute too. And make sure that if you're ordering, and you can use my code anytime, you can use the link anytime, but that code is MRS 2019, 2019. So what width board? Usually, Luann, I use, our boards are about 10.5 to 11 inches wide that we use. So kind of behind me is the sizes. They're hiding kind of, but what is my favorite Essential Stencil? Ooh, that is a tough one. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite. The Welcome, I will tell you, the Welcome is a good one to start with. The Welcome is very versatile. You could do it in all colors, kind of like this truck. This truck is very versatile. I like the ones that you can mix up and even pull some of the others. Like they have Valentine, they have the cute little minis that are like 6x6. And so they have hearts on them. So you could do this truck and then use some of their Valentine stencils and put hearts in the back of it. You could use their Easter ones and put the eggs in the back of it. So this, I like the ones, I would say, that are very versatile for basic, especially if you're starting out. Whenever I started, I was looking for the Welcome. Everybody was doing the Welcome boards. I wanted the Welcome, and that's how I got started ordering from them. So, and the Welcome you can do in red, white, and blue. The Welcome you could do in pink for breast cancer awareness. Anything like that. You could do it school colors, all of that fun stuff. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you're ordering. If you have to pick one, maybe think about what you're going to get the most use out of. So it's just kind of a good tip. Then, if you're only ordering one set at a time or something like that, just keep adding to them, and then try to think about how you can interact or interchange your stencils and use them together, because you can get a lot of use out of several of them. I sometimes look around at some of the things I've made and I think, oh, I pulled that from this stencil and I use this stencil to put it on there. So that's just another tip, and it definitely helps to open up the spectrum of what you can do when you have minimal stencils, because I understand sometimes that's an expense that, especially if you're starting a business like, we have, sometimes it's an expense that you can't afford to buy, 10 of this stencil. So what I started in the fall and I bought several of the Welcome. I think I might have bought 4 of the Welcome, and I bought 4 of the Merry Christmas, so that my people could, if I were doing a class, I could do a class with 8 people, and I had 4 people doing the Welcome, 4 people doing the Merry Christmas. And then when they wanted to, they could flip their board over and then they swapped. So we were sharing stencils. So that's, if you want to start with 2 stencils, Christmas is coming up, get a Welcome stencil and get a Merry Christmas, or get a truck. The truck and the pumpkins are going to be really popular. And they do have a shipment in. I don't know how long that shipment's going to last. Let me see that sign for a second, please. So with the truck stencil, you will get this stencil as well. And it might be backwards on your screen. I can't flip my camera around, but it says welcome to our patch. And this is the stencil that comes in with the truck. So for those of you, I think somebody just hopped on, I'll show you what we did tonight, and you can go back and you're gonna have to watch because I know I'm over the 2-hour limit, I believe. Or 2 hours, but this is what I did tonight using the truck. So this is gonna be a auction item for a silent auction cancer event that's gonna happen in October. So I'm doing it all in pink. I hand lettered this saying that somebody threw out to us tonight because I asked for advice, I asked for sayings, and so this is what is going on here if you just tuned in. This is what the end is gonna be. So I just ruined it for you, but I don't want you to miss out on the truck stencil. If you do want to order, definitely use my code MRS2019 or use the link at the top of the video. Is that a brand new stencil offering I just got here? The truck is fairly new, yes. The truck, they ran out of the truck. I think it sold out. They just got a shipment back in yesterday, I think, possibly. Yeah, I think it was yesterday that so I was able to, oh, Joanne, I'm excited that you won too. That's awesome. You've been wanting these so bad. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. But they just got them back in. So I don't know how long, I don't know how many, I don't know how many are available. I don't know the details, but I do know that they have them back in stock. So this is one of their new fall sets that they have, and if you want to order, definitely make sure to save 10% and use my link. So every little bit helps for sure. And we are going to be on here next week. We're going to be doing a live. If you missed this, you just hopped on. Tonight, me and the viewers, myself and the viewers all decided that we are going to let my husband stencil next week for the first time ever. So it's going to be a fun live, so you'll have to join us next week and see what happens. It'll be fun, if nothing else. He'll do good. I know he'll do good, so I'm not worried. But I'm going to kind of instruct, and I'm going to be talking as always. But I'm going to kind of show him what to do so we can show what somebody stenciling for the first time might have questions about, might have a hard time with, and we're going to try to address that stuff. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and go get your stencils ordered, get some sleep, and come watch us next week. Thank you guys so much for all the shares, all the likes, all the hearts, all the wows, all of that stuff, for commenting and everything. It makes us have a great night and have fun in here while we're doing a little bit of, I wouldn't call this work now since I get to hang out with all of you guys. So thank you, friends, for tuning in to watch us tonight, and we will hopefully see you next week. Have a good rest of your week.